everything you need to know to stay at the Hyatt Regency in Monterey, California. In this video, I'm going to show you around the property, this room, and conclude with my final assessment, pros and cons, whether you should consider staying here or not. All right. Let's go. The Hyatt Regency Monterey has a really interesting vibe to it. It feels like a snow lodge that's near the ocean, but set on a golf course with a big convention facility as a part of it. This hotel has 500 guest rooms set amongst 22 different buildings, all along a 125-year-old golf course. It's located half a mile from the Pacific Ocean, a mile and a half from downtown Monterey, but there's really nothing that you're able to walk to from the hotel. On one side is a highway, the other side is the golf course, and so you're pretty much going to be driving to go anywhere from here. The good news is that there is ample free parking along the property, and because there's so many different buildings, you can park right next to your room. We're going to see the room later, but I think a big experience in this hotel depends on whether you have a room that faces the golf course, if you're in a nice building, if you're in a building that faces the highway. So part of your experience can definitely be the room. So, if you really want that golf course view, make sure you book a room that actually has that. Now, coming up to the hotel, there's a big valet drive along the hotel's lobby. You don't have to do valet parking. There's ample self-parking. But as you come into the lobby, there's about 4 or 5 check-in desks over to the left, a big seating area on the inside with this kind of fireplace that gives it like this snow lodgy feel. There's a coffee shop over in the back and the hotel's main restaurant. This is where you're going to find breakfast and dinner and then happy hour drinks. There's also some neat places to sit outside and enjoy your drinks or snacks while you're overlooking the golf course. Now, just on the back side of the lobby, there's kind of an area that has a bunch of like kids games or activities. I mean, adults could play these too. There's shuffleboard, there's ping pong, there's a big chess set, and just behind that is the first of 2 swimming pools at this hotel. This is definitely the bigger swimming pool. And right behind the swimming pool, if you want to get some sun, there are some hammocks in there, like hammock garden. Now, the other swimming pool is over on the other side of the hotel. It is a smaller swimming pool. This is right next to the big convention area. So the conventions kind of happen right over here. And then just around the corner from that swimming pool is the fitness center, a really impressive fitness center with lots of windows, a big locker room that also has a dry sauna and a steam room that had some like aromatherapy in it, and boy was it quite steamy. Just above the fitness center is the hotel spa, where you can get some pretty expensive spa treatments. Now, this is the kind of hotel that really wants you to do stuff here and stay here, lie in the hammocks, swim in the pools, and so they've also got a big pickleball court and tennis court. Now that we've seen everything around the hotel, let's check out the inside of one of the rooms. This is room 1032, a king bed room with a golf course view in the J building. All right, so here is the king size bed. Interesting art here on the wall to show off coastal Monterey, California. Some neat kind of Scandinavian woody vibes. Nice soft sheets. I like that. There is a interesting red chair here, a table. Where's the other chair for the table? It's here at the desk. I like that there's a desk in the room. Probably one of the coolest parts of this room is the golf course view. So you take a look out here and it's nice and green and nice and grassy. Pretty cool. The windows, I think it even opens. Let's see. I don't know how to open it, but it looks like it opens a little bit, at least. There's a screen in it. The desk that we saw, couple trash cans right there. Over here, there is a refrigerator, which is nice. There's a couple of drawers for your stuff. There is a coffee machine. There are a couple of reusable water bottles, a big flat screen television, the closet in the room with these kind of smoked glass doors. Really nothing in here except an ironing board, an iron, and some extra sheets. The door we came in, there's a little mirror here so you can look at yourself outside of the bathroom. And then going into the bathroom, there's some more wall art of these coastal trees. Big countertop right here. interesting sink off on the side, hair dryer down there, toilet over in this corner, and then there is a walk-in shower, no door or curtain, just this half glass thing. I don't love this, but I do like that it actually has a handheld shower, really great to actually wash yourself or wash kids. Then the soaps are these common pharmacopoeia things. So now that we've seen around the room, let's talk about the pros and cons of this hotel. But first, let me give you my Topher rating on a scale of 1 to 5 Tophers. What does the Hyatt Regency Monterey get? It's gonna get 3 Tophers. And I will say I did struggle a little bit as to whether she get 2.5 or 3, and so we'll talk about that as we go through this. But first, let me tell you how much I paid for this room in September, middle of September. I paid about $250 a night for this room. Booked it early ahead of time. The going rate this week was like $400 a night, and so that goes into the pros and cons as well. So the first pro, this hotel was all pretty recently remodeled in 2021, so much of it is fresh. The room freshly remodeled. The AC worked well. It's an interesting vibe of this place. Like the golf course is pretty cool. So it kind of has like a little bit of a hip, funky, classic feel all together. I like that there's ice machines that you can get on every floor. I like that the parking is free. I like that there's plenty of parking. I like that you can park close to your room. The bed was comfortable. The shower, handheld, worked well. Big bathroom. So lots, refrigerator in the room. There are lots of pros to this hotel. But what are the cons? There's some serious cons as to why it got 3 or even 2.5 Tophers. But we'll go with the 3 Topher rating. The biggest con for me, and why I only do these reviews if I actually sleep at a hotel and not just walk around it, is sleep quality. And so something about this like 2, 3, 4-story construction, as I don't think the buildings were constructed all that well. And so I'm on the 2nd floor, and I didn't want to wake up today till about 7, but the person above me woke up at 5, which meant I woke up at 5 because I could hear them like an elephant upstairs. It wasn't like a troop of kids or something like that. It just sounded like one person, but I could hear every footstep that they made up above my room. I could also hear the toilet flushes from upstairs. It sounded like the toilet flushes across the way. I could hear the doors in the hallway open and close, and so the room, even though I asked for a quiet room and they specifically put me on the golf course side because it was quiet, was definitely not quiet. And so I spend money in a hotel so I can have a good night's sleep. And so if you are a light sleeper, I think this is probably not the hotel for you. So if you sleep like a little baby and you don't care about noise, and none of that applies to you, and so then it might be a higher rating. As a Hyatt Regency, I also expect like a concierge lounge or executive lounge. This Hyatt Regency does not have a lounge, so if you're a globalist, you'd get breakfast in the restaurant, but if you're another member and you're trying to redeem like the lounge upgrades, there's no lounge to upgrade to. And the other con, location-wise, it's not really near anything. Like you can't walk anywhere from here. It's near the noisy road, so you're gonna be doing a lot of driving. And I feel like a cool part about Monterey, it has a pretty neat downtown and a fisherman's wharf, and there's a lot of hotels down there that I think next time I would stay maybe at the Marriott or something like that, that's closer in the downtown, so I can just walk to that stuff, because I found myself pretty much going from here and just getting in my car to drive down there, and it would have been nice just not to have to do that. Oh, and then my final con, it's about the remodel. You know, I think that while a lot of it is nice and new and remodeled, and it's clear like the air conditioner is new, some things, I don't know, like the staircase, like the common staircase to get up to my room, really kind of pretty ugly and sketchy. And so there seemed like some areas that had just been forgotten as part of the remodel, or they remodeled and not maintained, I don't know. But for a hotel that the rack rate the week of is $400 and some odd a night, I would expect a lot more maintenance and things to be kept a lot nicer than they are. You know, if you get it for $200, then maybe that's not so bad of a deal. So you definitely got to take that price into account, whether you decide whether you should stay here or not. But if you sleep like a baby, and you have a car, then all good. If you're a light sleeper and you want to be able to walk places, then maybe you should look someplace else. Well, fellow explorers, if you are coming here and maybe to the San Francisco Bay Area and you want to check out some of my San Francisco videos, you'll find some links right up here to those. As usual, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in the next video.